Hi everyone, today's our last day in Guelph. We have finished packing everything up and you are looking at the last two items of furniture that we have. Today we are going to interview Courtney McCarthy for our first entrepreneur. We thought we would start with one in Guelph. So what inspired you to start Loyobo Fit?
So as I mentioned, I've worked for a lot of private gyms and a lot of different fitness facilities, and it's very, very common to have, again, these promises of quick results and get this body, this bikini body, or look this certain way, and there isn't a lot about education and form, and especially women, you know, we have thighs, we have hips. That's something that exercise might not change, and it's about learning to embrace those things and not try to strive for this vision of success that's imposed of you, but learning how to define your own vision of success.
Yeah.
And I think a huge part of that is also community. I know that as an adult, especially when I moved to different cities, it is really hard to make friends as an adult. Like, I think we underestimate that. Like, having that community and having that safe space and finding those people that support you, even if you don't want to go to class, you're going to want to go and see Sharon or Bill or Joel or whatever.
There's some accountability there as well. You don't
Exactly.
Yeah, it sounds like you're walking down a path that everybody else is walking. Was there a moment where you changed course?
What I was doing for a career before I ever even considered becoming a fitness instructor was I worked for the federal government. And actually, so surprisingly, I loved my job.
Yeah.
And the reason, I mean, you're gonna see similarities. I went into government because I wanted to help people and change the world. And I thought, what better place to do that than at the hub and the center of it all. But when I got there, I learned really quickly, actually like within the first 2 weeks I was coming home crying every day. My personality is not something that works well in the bureaucracy because I do always want to be voicing my opinion and I want to be trying the new way to do something, and I don't want to do something just because that's the way it's always been done. That's redundant to me. So I just felt very stuck and I felt very unhappy, and so I did have a very defining moment of like, I want this part of my life to be done, but that took 4 years for me to get to that defining moment. And ever since then, I think I have those mini epiphanies all the time of like, okay, I'm ready to do this, but I think it takes me a while to sometimes get to that epiphany.
What were some of your biggest obstacles along the way?
Myself.
You, personally?
Yeah, personally. I think that there is a lot of fear involved in, especially when you're trying to do something differently. It's really easy to kind of walk in the footsteps of other businesses that are successful and to kind of stop and say, I want to do this differently, and to believe that you're capable of it. Even if I've been teaching it for one day, there's a whole bunch of people behind me who have never stepped foot in a gym or taught a class. Or whatever, and I have, you know, it's that, it's believing that you have value. Being patient with myself too, of not thinking, you know, I'm gonna open this business and by 6 months from now I'm gonna have like all these clients and be like swimming in busyness, and it just doesn't happen that way. And in the same way that I tell my clients to recognize their own accomplishments, of learning how to recognize my own and say, okay, in these last 6 months, I've done like this, and this. I've learned about making my own website. I've learned about taxes. I've opened up, a business account. Like that, those things are tough, but really important, and they've been valuable not only to my business, but also to like me as a human.
Yeah.
I've learned more about myself in this last year than I think I did in like 6 years of university. So.
Awesome. So you talk about fear of success. Can you tell us more about that?
If I were to be successful, like if I envision what a successful business looks like to me, very subconsciously there's these kind of fears that creep in. Can I do it? Like if I actually got to the point of finding that success, would I be able to actually handle it and do what I say I want to do? Do I deserve it? It's hard to not think, if I don't know everything, I don't deserve to take people's money. Those are like the illogical thoughts that at least I found I have to really, really consciously address, because the way that they creep in is like stalling. I was preventing myself from taking bigger risks or signing up for something or taking that big step forward because these little fears were just like, oh, don't do it today, like maybe tomorrow. And like eventually it just was like, I just wasn't doing it. So.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
I can't tell you how amazing it is to watch a woman see her own strength for the first time. Like holding a plank. There's many times where I've said to a class or clients, like, we're gonna hold this plank for 2 minutes. And almost always, universally, I feel like I just heard the audience and be like, oh no, I can't do 2 minutes. It's not even like a groan, it's like, it's a full on like, I can't do that, I'm gonna stop early. I have my own various secrets and techniques for helping the time pass, which I won't disclose here. You'll have to come to a class to find out. Sometimes, I'll be counting down the last 10 seconds and they'll end the plank and I'll be like, you just did a 2-minute plank and you did not think you were possible. And they kind of get this like sly smile of like, oh my God, I did. That's so awesome. I'm so badass.
Let's change gears again. I can see on your Facebook page that you have jumped up to like 10 classes a week. Can you tell me about that decision?
The classes I'm currently running aren't at the profitable level that I want them to be, but what it may take to get them to be at that profitable level is adding more classes, which again is a very scary leap, but that's where that self-confidence and that self-belief of realizing that I'm gonna make this leap, and that leap, also that scariness, could be the incentive I need to light the fire under me to push that much harder, which it's definitely been.
Big leap.
Lots of big leaps. It's just, entrepreneurship is just one giant scary leap after another.
That's a great quote. That is a great quote.
When you take the big one, you're like, oh, I'm done. And it's like, nope, here's another one, and another one, and 2 in one day.
This isn't the bottom of the cliff. No, sorry, you're not at the bottom of the cliff.
That giant cliff, that was actually just a bunny hop.
Yeah. So the people that are watching this that don't know about your business and they come and support you, what's the dream?
The dream is owning my own studio and like having my own space. Right now I rent from some amazing people downtown that have some studios there. But we're even like, I'm recognizing that we're gonna outgrow that space pretty quickly. So having a space of our own, a central hub for members that they can go, and that being said, expanding my services. So the fun stuff like happy hour classes where if you don't want to go out to the club.
What did you call it? A happy hour workout? Explain that again.
So I was actually, I can't take credit for this term. I was reading about this in one of the fitness journals I get. They were talking about there are certain times that are never popular at gyms. Friday nights is one of them, right? Because most of us are out for dinner, or out partying, or spending time with friends. So it's learning as a fitness professional, how can we keep them engaged, again, and making fitness part of their lifestyle. So how can, rather than thinking of it as a dichotomy, like I could go to the gym or I could go have fun, how can we blend those two worlds? So instead of going to happy hour at a bar, which can really incentivize bad, unhealthy behavior, how can we turn that into a positive? So, I mean, there's ways to combine the two too, of like, is that like a yoga wine night? Is that like a really fun like dance party workout? It's finding ways, again, changing it up week to week, so it's more of like a special event that you're gonna wanna say to your friends, like, hey, let's go check out this tonight.
Yeah, that's a great like industry disruptor, right? Like you said, people, like the gym is something that is a part of Monday to Thursday, and it's not what you enjoy, but you feel like you're committed to doing it. So what's the biggest misconception about your business or about the industry?
I think that a lot of people think that you have to know it all before you start. And that can make it easier, but what I have learned is that you can figure it out as you go. And that if that's stopping you, if you're thinking, I really want to do this, but I have to take this course, or I have to be a master at accounting, or just do it. Just do it and figure it out as you go. And there's no there's the easier path and the harder path, and you're probably gonna make more mistakes if you learn as you go, but I have learned so much from my mistakes. And even if you think you can anticipate everything that you might need to know, there's always something that you didn't anticipate or didn't think that you needed. So
but how does the community of Guelph get behind your business?
Well, you can check out www.loyobofit.com. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But biggest way is come out and try class, see it for yourself.
Awesome. Thanks for being our first entrepreneur.
I'm so honored.
Thank you.
It's been so fun.
Yay.
Thanks for having me. So let's say you have 4 weeks, that's 28 days, right?
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
So 16 of those are weekends. That's almost half. That's more than half. It's more than half. More than half of your life.
8 days.
It's
8.
That was awesome.
Courtney's next career is a math tutor.